Hey friends, Callie Carroll, Fit Coach, and I want to do a video on YouTube. Usually I do these in private settings, but y'all like to talk about poop. You don't know that you like to talk about poop, but the poop talk is well received. All poop is what this one's called. So this is one of my weight loss challenge talks where when I'm taking people through getting results, every week we have some sort of education where we're just learning a little bit more about our systems and our bodies. You guys, when I went through this and as a personal trainer and a certified instructor, this was like so much more in-depth information that helped my mind just get it right for seeking out results that were as a result of a lifestyle, not a diet. So what I want to do today is I want to talk about digestion, I want to talk about fiber, and I want to talk about poop a little bit, okay? And for my weight loss challengers that are joining, because I will share this to our private page, for you guys, what I want you to do is post below the video what your current results are and any digestion questions you have. If you're watching this on YouTube as well, you can post questions below or any comments or other thoughts that you found in your health journey to be helpful. Put those in the comments below, right? And of course, just like this video before we even start talking. So let's dive into this. And we actually have handouts in our group, so I actually go off of this. Let's first talk about fiber, all right? When we're looking at our digestive system, well, actually, before that even, let's just comment how so many people, so many of my clients that I work with, there's a lack of results because of poor digestion, poor digestive health. And it's a result of a lot of things. It's a result of the stress that we have in our lives. It's a result of the processed foods that we're consuming. It's the result of a lack of vegetables and fruits. And it's creating this like entire intestinal digestion system where it's like a slip and slide, where things like you're consuming and like the foods are slipping on through because it's so coated with gunk. So we'll get into that. We'll talk about plumbing in just a second here, but first fibers. All right, so how much fiber should you have per day? And have you ever tracked it? Have you ever looked at it? If you're not a veggie and fruit eater like me, you have to find other ways to consume fibers, which a lot of times can just be in like a fiber powder that you add to things, right? But you wanna make sure you're getting it in because there's a distinct purpose of the fibers that you eat. So how much should you have? Women, you should have between 25 to 30 grams a day. Men, you should have about 38 grams a day. It goes as high as that. So if you were to track your food in MyFitnessPal right now and just take a look at, okay, so I'm only getting 20 grams or whatever it is, how do you up that amount, right? And you don't want to do it all at once, by the way. Because if you, let's say you're like, some people are like 5 or 6 grams a day and they try to go right up to 25 or 30 and it does not bode well on your system. Like you are actually going to feel super sick or get really bound up if you go too quick. For some of us, not for everybody. Maybe you do and it's fine, whatever. But if you're not consuming fiber right now, I want you to consider trying to, remember you have to track it. Number 2, try to increase and elevate your amount gradually until you get to that magical number, 25 to 30, or for our men, 38, okay? So a good source of fiber is gonna contain about 2.5 to 4.9 grams. An excellent source has over 5 grams, is kind of like the averages, all right? But when you're looking at the fiber, you wanna look at, there's 2 different types. There's water soluble and water insoluble. So sometimes when you buy like a fiber in a powder, you're not getting both sides. You can rock it, girl. Don't worry, this is gonna be like 20 minutes. Oh. Just, we got all sorts of stuff going on here. It's perfect. Welcome to my crazy house. We're doing the poop talk, Debbie, right now. You've heard the poop talk many times. It's a good one. So looking at your water soluble and water insoluble, all right? Water soluble is the one that's gonna delay the time it takes for food to pass through your system, and it gives you a feeling of fullness. It also helps with your absorption of glucose to slow that down so it can keep your blood sugar level, your blood sugars level, right? So an example of that would be beans, oats. Have you guys noticed like oatmeal makes you feel fuller? It's also absorbing stuff and it's helping balance your insulin levels. That's why oatmeal is a great source of carb and fiber if you're looking for adding that, that in somewhere. If that would be like your serving of carb. Fruits and vegetables are also going to be examples of soluble fibers. Water insoluble are gonna speed up the transfer of food and help the transfer to prevent constipation. So like I picture it as like the water soluble blows, like it traps everything, and the insoluble passes it through. It's kind of like the thing that's going to be combing it through your digestion, right? So insoluble sources, think of your roughage. That's going to be your whole grains, your nuts, your like the other vegetables, some sort of beans there. Do you guys see how some are on both sides? They're good sources of both insoluble and soluble. Some of those items that come out looking the same as they went looking when they went in, right? So that would be a couple different examples of your soluble versus insoluble. You want to make sure that you're getting both. Here's one thing to watch out though for fibers is you want to make sure that you're like, when you get those, like, I don't know if you guys have seen like the fiber one or the fiber brownies or the fiber cupcakes or the fiber coffee cake. Awesome. They put fiber in there. That's terrific, except for you're still getting all these sugars and fats and other things that your body doesn't really need. So if you're trying to find sources of fiber, I wouldn't pick one that's sugar and carb filled. Pick the ones that are going to be still good for your system, AKA fruits, veggies, beans, oats, and nuts. Those are gonna be the primary sources, right? For me, I'm not great at fruits and veggies. It's just not my favorite foods. Especially like when stuff like yesterday happens. I was having my green drink. That's one way that I try to get a lot of my veggies in, and I got so sick from something on the veggies. I don't know, it wasn't great. But I'm not great at it, so I add fiber in. So we have an apple fiber. I add that into my daily water bottle for my drink, so I'm upping my serving there. And then I have like a regular one that doesn't have any flavor that I can add to things. So consider looking at your fiber amount, then add things in, okay? High five. Any questions on fiber? Oh, that's right. You guys can't respond back. So if you have questions, write them below. Okay. That's the number one thing. Slowly increase your amounts. Now let's talk about the full digestive tract. All right. And what I want to first identify is maybe do you have problems with your digestion? And if there's any things that are affected in your body right now that you can see these results, you probably have some digestion issues. Okay, because without proper digestion, your body's not pulling up the nutrients. So before I even give you the examples, do you guys remember when we talked about cellular nutrition in our group? And we talked about the villi that are in your intestines that are pushing food through and absorbing food. If your digestion, like if your digestive system isn't working well, and like I said, it's like a slip and slide, then that's all coated in goo and you're not actually pulling up the nutrition when you're eating. So I see this as a common problem when someone's eating healthy and they're trying to lose weight, but nothing's happening because the food's just slipping through their system. So the best way for me to look at this is to think about our plumbing. It's to think about your bathroom. So I'm not sure in your household who has to clean out the drain, right? Like the drain in the shower where every once in a while you should open that baby up and you pull it up and like hair and gunk and nasty stuff like comes up with it, right? And it doesn't smell good. And then you look in the pipe and there's like, it should be a clean pipe, but it's not. There's like this mush and smudge that's around the sides. That's what your insides look like. Fantastic, right? And without like a regular cleansing and detoxing, our pipes just get fuller and fuller and fuller. And pretty soon your pipe that should be like this is like this because there's so much goo coating it. And then for us, when we eat, the food's slipping through like the slip and slide that I was talking about through the goo, right? And that's kind of gross. Okay, so is this a problem for you? Like, do you have an issue with this? The number one thing that I want you to look at is, are you going to the bathroom every day? You should be having a bowel movement every single day. I told you, poop, we're talking about it. This is what you want to do, a public video talking about poop and then put it on the internet so everybody has access to it. I do. Okay, so number one, are you going to the bathroom every day? Because if you're not, there's an issue. That's the first sign, right? Really healthy is about 2 good movements per day. And your system might be a little bit different. But if like I have a client that comes in and says, yeah, I go every other day, or some even like every 4 days or once a week, you guys think about the amount of food that's in your body at one time. If you're going to the bathroom once a week, that's not appropriate digestive health. We need to start working on some things. So that's the first thing to look at. The second thing, well, I'm not going to do numbers because there's a ton of different things that could be a sign that you have some problems here. It's going to affect digestion in general. Let me give you the generalized one. It's going to affect your sleep, your skin, your hair, your weight, your energy levels, your mood, your memory, and your immune system. Think about all those things. If you don't have good digestion, if you're not pooping every day, you're going to have an effect in your sleep, like just not sleeping right. Your skin's going to be like blemished potentially. Your hair is more brittle. Your body weight is increasing. Your energy levels are down. Your mood's not great. It's like you're snapping at people. Your memory's not doing well. And your immune system, you're getting sick a lot. That's all a sign that you have something going on with your immune system. Now, let me take you to the next level. So there's something called auto-intoxication, which is basically a self-poisoning in your body from the absorption of the waste products that you have. So when you have that much waste within you and you're not pooping right, your body can reabsorb those things, and that's the auto-intoxication. That's where your body's like actually pulling the waste in to the rest of the areas. So let me get more specific about what auto-intoxication can cause. Okay, and see, like I want you to just like, you're by yourself right now, raise your hand or like count on your finger what of these things you've experienced. All right, chronic fatigue. Are you tired a lot? All right, body weakness. Do you just feel like you don't have the energy, like the physical energy to get things done? Nervousness, depression, mood swings. So you're happy one moment and then you're screaming at the kids the next moment. Ulcers, like this is obvious problems, like ulcers, other gastrointestinal disorders. So like you have maybe problem with acid reflux, things like that. Skin disruptions. A lot of people find when they clean up their diet and they actually treat their intestines for whatever they have going on, and then they have a regular digestion tract, that their skin starts to clear up. Right? I've seen even like serious skin issues like psoriasis and eczema that has started to clear up because people are eating appropriately, not just acne, but that as well. So do you have something like that going on? Headaches, consistent headaches, sign that your digestion system might be messed up. Arthritic problems, arthritic joints, swelling of your hands and your feet, chronic allergies, bronchial problems. Cardiovascular irregularities, like your heart beats different because you're not pooping right. Yep, that's one of the signs. Premature senility and epilepsy, and then a slow metabolism, which is going to affect your weight loss. So if you're watching this because you're trying to get results and you're trying to find your ideal weight and it's just not working for you, we really need to tackle your digestive system. Do you have something going on there, right? Up to 85% or more of adult Americans suffer from some sort of intestinal stasis, meaning that their intestines are like locked up. 85%. So most of you that are watching right now probably have something going on with your bowels, right? More Americans, get this, are hospitalized from diseases of the intestinal tract than from any other. They actually have hospital stays from that, which is crazy to me. So get it, Callie, clear. Like we need to fix our digestion. What do? Let me give you guys some action steps now, all right? Number 1, drink more water. And I know a lot of you don't drink water because I meet with you. You come in for appointments with me and we hang out and you're telling me about what you're doing and you drink 8 ounces of water a day and it's probably mixed with something else or it's in the form of coffee, right? You should be drinking at least half of your body weight in ounces. I've had clients that come in and we're on their first week. They haven't even started the rest of their program yet. And they're like, Cal, I already lost 4 pounds my first week and all I changed was my water. Yes, I know. That's because we're affecting your digestive system, which affects your metabolism, which means weight loss, right? So you want to drink at least half of your body weight in ounces. I weigh 156 pounds this morning, so I need to have at least 78 ounces of water, and then I work out, so I want a little bit more. So I have a water bottle that's 60 ounces. I drink about 2 of those a day. It keeps my skin healthy. It keeps flushing everything, and it helps with my digestion. Okay, number 1. Number 2, eat protein with every meal. We've talked about this over and over again, you guys, why we want to have a small amount of protein consumption for insulin balance, for filling of fullness, for increasing our muscle size, all of those good things. And a lot of you guys aren't eating any protein. I've met up with clients that literally I look at their day and it's like 8 grams of protein, right? Where it should be 100 or whatever their designated amount is. When you eat protein at every meal, your body, your tummy actually produces enzyme. There's these digestive juices that it produces that activates your muscles that's gonna help push everything through. And protein helps with that. So make sure you're getting your protein in, all right? Number 3, exercise daily. Isn't it weird how this all just flows together, right? Everything helps everything. But if you, I don't know if you guys have ever been a runner, right? But if you ever notice that like things are kind of clogged up And one thing that you can do is actually go out for a run, and in the middle of your run, you're like, holy poop, I have to poop, right? It's because the exercising can kind of create that into your body where you're gonna go to the bathroom again. I know this is way too much information, but on my run, I have a stop at a certain spot where I can go to the restroom because I run in the morning, and it's gonna that's gonna just, it turns my body on. It makes my body ready to do that. So exercising daily, the physical movement is gonna improve the natural rhythm of your digestive system, right? Your system's moving, so it's gonna help you go. All right, drinking aloe vera. Have you guys ever tried aloe? And what aloe does, if you picture what you, like when you get a sunburn, you put aloe on your skin, right, to help heal that area. Taking aloe internally can help affect and heal the different areas on the inside of your body. Now, when you're picking your aloe, be a little bit careful because there's a lot of aloes that don't take out the component that's gonna make you kind of like poo your pants, which is not what we're going for. We're going for healthy digestion, right? I don't want you guys to be running to the bathroom every other minute. That's not the intention here. It's a good healthy movement 1 or 2 times a day. So looking at aloe, I've tried a lot of different things, you guys. When I started this, I was like, I would go to Walmart. I tried this one that tastes like dirt. There was this refrigerated one. It tasted just like syrup because there was so much sugar in it that was trying to cover up the flavor of it. Or the taste of the actual aloe. I use our brand of aloe. There's a mango, there's a cranberry, there's a tangerine, and it's freaking delicious. It's like soothing, I don't know, like just in your tummy, and like more so just refreshing to have. But you would want to add that to, if you're having digestive issues, add that to your regular program. Okay, you want to add that a couple times a day, or each time just a little shot before you eat. It's going to help clean your villi and help you absorb your nutrients a little bit better. So it kind of like washes your tummy. So we've had water, eating protein, exercising, drinking aloe, probiotics. Guys, if you're not taking the probiotic, I encourage you to. Right? I just got off antibiotic for my mastitis because I have a 6-week-old baby. And post that, me and my little one are on probiotics, and I'm always on a probiotic. I put it in my daily drink with my fiber and my protein and my mom milk, all that stuff. But a probiotic is going to help with the healthy bacteria that your body needs, because your body needs to have, it needs to have bacteria in it. That's what helps you process everything. So when you're choosing a probiotic, you want to make sure that you know that it's being absorbed appropriately in the appropriate part of your intestines. What I know about the probiotic that we use is that it's going to be in the lower intestine, and you can take it with anything. So there's some probiotics that you can't take with heat, you can't take with citrus, you can't take with within this amount of time of eating. You've got to eat it this time of the day. Watch the directions for the probiotic that you're taking. I didn't like having to refrigerate my probiotic. That felt weird to me, like I was eating live bugs, which I know sounds weird, and it is good. Like you can totally do that. But I have one that's just in a little powder form, and I know that I can take it with anything, anytime, and that it's gonna sit in my lower intestine where it's supposed to create those good bacteria. So watch that. We have that available as well, right? Do a colon cleansing periodically. And what we do in my program, when I'm coaching you guys and you're doing your smoothies, we're regularly detoxifying your body. We're getting in a lot of antioxidants. You're getting your black oolong, your green tea. So we're detoxifying the system, but that's not necessarily a cleanse. A cleanse is going to go through and gently strip away all of that extra goo in your intestines. So it's not pulling the toxins out, right? It's the stripping away of, like, remember when we just talked about those clogged pipes? It's going to strip away that. So we have a 21-day balancing program that I use. I do not suggest, and I've tried this in my previous years before I did this as a job, the like lemon and cayenne pepper and something that has you not eating. I'm not going to do a cleanse where I don't eat, because what happens is then you cleanse yourself and then you're freaking starving. And then when you start eating again, you start plowing in those things that aren't good for you. And now you're back right where you started, right? I want to have something where I can still follow my healthy habits, follow my healthy lifestyle, and it's just a slight adjustment to what I'm doing. So what I do is this 21-day balancing program. I take a couple tablets in the morning and a couple at night. The ones at night are going to help strip away gently everything that's going through there, and the ones in the morning are going to help replenish everything. Way too much information again, but I can always tell when I'm doing mine about day 14 or 15, stuff starts to come out of your system that just doesn't look right. Like it's black, it's a different color, it's a different smell. That's the stuff that's been stored in your intestines for a little too long. So I do that about 4 times a year. or after I take an antibiotic like I just did, because now I need to replenish everything. So that's gonna be my regular care for actually doing a cleanse instead of just a detox. So if you haven't done one of those for a while, it's probably time. If you haven't done one ever, it's definitely time, right? And for me, this isn't about weight loss when I take that cleanse. It's actually about like my tummy, instead of like sticking out and having that little bit of like swollenness, it goes like more flat because I don't have all that extra shit in there, literally. Okay. Last thing, you guys, is eat more fiber. We started talking about that in the beginning. So upping your fiber intake gradually to that 25 to 30 grams of fiber for a woman, around 38 grams for a man. And all of these different tools should help get you on the right track digestively. I make up words all the time, you guys, just deal with it. Should get you on the right track, your digestive tract on the right track, so that you're actually going to the bathroom appropriately, you're absorbing the nutrition that you should be eating, and then you avoid a lot of those problems like the fatigue, the headaches, the skin issues, the tiredness, the weakness, the mood swings, the irregular palpitations or your irregular cardiovascular heartbeat, the slow metabolism, all of those different things. So guys, that's the poop talk. I hope you learned so much and took so many notes. Ask me questions, or if you have additional contribution or articles that you like, post those below as well. If you're a weight loss challenger or you're getting results with us, maybe you check in with your results don't you hate that when somebody calls in the middle of your video? Because I do. So hopefully I know how to blend these two together, because I do not like editing videos, as you guys can see. So hopefully that's gonna help you guys get on the right track and make sure you're practicing those different things. Drink your water, get your fiber in, eat your protein with every single meal, work out, have some aloe, try your probiotics, and do a cleanse occasionally. Just that, real simple, you guys, okay? So Callie Carroll, Fit Coach. If you're enjoying the information, subscribe below. Remember, I talk about postpartum, I talk about pregnancy, I talk about health, and then I just talk about random things too. So they're gonna get all sorts of things. It's a mixed bag when you're working with me. But thank you guys for watching. Share, like, and if you wanna join that private community where you get access to all this, there's a free community you can join. Just shoot me a message so I can add you to it on Facebook. That's the form we use. All right, guys, have a beautiful day, and I hope you poop today. Once, maybe twice. I don't know. I hope it's a good poop. All right, bye.